I'm gonna smoke gas at the engineering. Dude, what is that compared to this? I don't know. I don't think I should read the excerpts that I have because they may be a little bit powerful. They're not the run-of-the-mill opinions. I need to get as many viewers as I can. I fucked up yesterday by falling asleep. I couldn't get that. I'm building my tolerance up right now. I can smoke gas and stay awake. But I also don't feel safe about going to Kensington like that. I think that was like, I feel like everything happens for a reason maybe. And maybe Kensington wasn't a good idea. I think I got enough content there, and you know, just even going to stream there by myself is a pretty big deal. Excuse me. You know, I shouldn't be where I'm at doing this right now, so we gotta maneuver to it. Actually, you know what, I gotta finish this up. I think I could read this out here. It's just marijuana. Actually, I'm in front of a university. It doesn't fucking matter. It does matter. Don't smoke at a university. I'm an idiot. You guys want to notice something? Moss grows on what side? North or south? See, there's no moss on these chairs here. Very, very little amounts. No moss though. I'll sit on the moss. Doesn't really bother me. That's cool. We're in freaking Hogwarts, yo. It's like Hogwarts. Oh. Look at that. Classes started with people. I shouldn't be smoking here, but don't do what I do. Don't. This isn't a free for all. As you can see, no one's out here doing what I'm doing. This is basically my morning coffee. I have adverse effects. I'm one of those people when I do things, I get the opposite results. So this is basically my coffee right now. It's what my body likes. But here, take a look at what I'm looking at. This is fucking cool, man. This is what I like to see. So I'm gonna start reading my excerpts. Not my own personal, but ones that I find pretty interesting. I wish a few more of you joined up. Not that I'm not satisfied with the people that are here, but we're about to be talking some real shit, man. I wish I could do this in front of 50,000 people right now. This is what Aiden Ross needs to be talking about, you know? You guys are about to hear. This is it. The history of all hitherto existing society is the history of class struggles, free man and slave, patrician and plebeian, lord and serf, guildmaster and journeyman, in a word, oppressor and oppressed, stood in constant opposition to one another, carried on an uninterrupted, now hidden, now open fight, a fight that each time ended either in revolutionary reconstitution of society at large or in the common ruin of the contending classes. What I was speaking about before, chat. We'll start with capitalist economics. Wealth obtained by the elite through conquest or theft, or inheritance, or monopolistic practices, or government-granted privilege, is treated equivalently to wealth generated by hard work or trade or innovation. In this way, the elite co-opts the support of the productive middle class. Number 2, socialist economics. The elite captures a large percentage of the total income of society through taxation, as in most modern nations. This is done ostensibly for the benefit of the common people at large, but most of the resources are appropriated for the elite purposes, which only a relatively small trickle is used for bread and circuses to maintain support from the lower and middle classes. Number 3, feudal, fascist, or communist economics. The common people are more or less owned by the elites and slaves, who are alternatively terrorized and cajoled into compliance. This system occurs when the elite is able to cause the breakdown of capitalist and socialist economic system. Let's switch to democratic political systems. All politicians come from the elite classes or serve the interest of elite classes, while the people have the illusion of determining the outcomes for their benefit. Authoritarian and political systems. Let's get into this one. Number 5, royal or dictatorial power is used to direct as much as possible of all social resources towards elite goals. The system may be justified on patriotic, ideological, or religious grounds typically associated with feudal or fascist economic systems. 6, popular religions. Often created and always manipulated by psychopathic lies from the priesthood, popular religions exploit natural human spirituality to promote the goals of the elite. Typically, individuals are encouraged to behave honestly and altruistically on behalf of elite goals, in contrast to the elites themselves, who routinely rely on deceit and treachery. Religion may also be used to promote war and ethnic hatred, which this is required by elite strategies, i.e. the the book of the Zionist elders, code of the Zionist elders, code of the Zionism written by the elders. The Zionistic code within this democracy of the tamed land we live in. Alright, so anyway, we'll go to number 7, conspiracy. The elite individuals may choose to cooperate secretly with other elite individuals in other constitutions or nations to achieve mutual goals. Since elites do not necessarily share the religious or ethnic prejudices of their citizens or subjects, these conspiratorial alignments may often seem paradoxical or impossible when viewed in terms of conventional, national, or institutional paradigms. Let me stop right there. A lot of political people behind the scenes at the highest level are agnostic. Get out of bed! I mean, is that too... Well, I know I'm MAGA. That's not even the truth. There's things way crazy. Wait a... Hold on, wait. They make sense only in terms of the universal class struggle transcending national or institutional boundaries. Number 8, war and conquest. Elites in aggressor societies use their power and deceitfulness to incite the population to make war. War creates anxiety and allows the upper class to appropriate more resources to defeat the enemy. For the losing side in the war, the population at large may suffer complete defeat and death or slavery, but the losing elite typically emerges in quisling status, reduced but far from impotent, sometimes a militarily strong but culturally inept nature. I'm high. Nation or tribe invades and conquers one another, only to find themselves ruled in short by the elite classes of the conquered. I need a fucking drink, man. A particularly astounding example of the creation of war by the elite banking interest of the extraordinarily level of funding of both Hitler and Stalin in the build-up to World War II, as documented in Anthony Sutton's books Wall Street and the Rise of Hitler, written in 1976, and the national suicide. I'm fucking stoned, dude. Alright, dudes. Military aid to the Soviet Union, written in 1973. These interests were obviously more important than Hitler in creating World War II, yet they went unpunished and indeed invisible at the Nuremberg war crimes tribunals, where a lot of those, SS officers and people got charged for their, bullshit. A lot of people say fucking the concentration camps didn't happen. And it was proven a lot of those photos were taken after the fact. I don't know what the fuck was going on, dude. I wasn't alive. I wasn't around. But I know the war happened, and I know that there was people killed. But there's videos and weird stuff. I don't have no opinion on it. Let's go on. We'll move on. The tribunals, the Nuremberg war crimes tribunals, and they are leading to the charge to war today as well. Revolution and submergence. If the lower classes make troublesome demands, may the elite stage or permit a revolution which promises a major overhaul in social structure. Following the revolution, the same old elite class emerges in control of the new institutional framework. Number 10, economic and social chaos. Don't worry, guys, this is gonna get better. Hold on. Elites may intentionally create or exacerbate economic boom-bust cycles, instigate ethnic conflict, or intentionally sabotage the productive capacities of a society in order to increase the relative power and status of government and corporate institutions. Now watch this one. I got a better one right now. We're going to talk about conspiracy denial, and secret societies, Christian Zionism. Nothing else. That's it. But we'll go to secret societies right now. This is just an opinion. I don't share most of it, and the problem is there's corruptions with there's groups within all people that have more money than others, that have deeper meat. You know how it goes, guys. There's parties within the party, all right? So this isn't really all what it is, but for the most part, maybe. Okay? Let's go on to secret societies in government, business, and religion. Not that big of a deal. A secret society, for the most part, now let me explain to you, in my opinion, is maybe a group of people that deal obviously in secret. There's no difference between a secret society and a gang at your local community park. So a secret society just have better places to meet up and talk about what they're doing. I don't know if you guys count the Bilderberg group as a secret society, or Yale as a secret society, or maybe what's going on in Russia or in China, Korea, Japan, or the Yakuza, whatever. We could say the Bloods and Crips are secret societies also. They deal in secret. Their dealings are secret. It's just that they don't have the esoteric knowledge properly fitted in what they do. They're encoded into a curse. That's why they throw up the pitchforks. That's why there's a lot of satanic influence, and there's a bit of agnostic influence, and they don't know the actual. They're just derivatives of beginning sacrificial tribunal violent tribes. They're basically Neanderthals of class and to what they should actually be doing and dealing with. And the only ones that know enough usually die or end up in jail for too long to explain what I'm telling you. So let's move on to the actual secret societies that we don't know too much about. From the earliest times of recorded history, we find that secret societies are a natural and integral part of human civilization. What we mean by a secret society is one whose meetings are not open to the general public and whose written documents are kept confidential to some extent. Secret societies are often organized hierarchically, with ultimate decision-making power vested in a single individual. Outside of a secretive core group, a secret society may have a much larger hierarchical structure which operates very openly and which produces abundant documentation of its broader operations. Our hypothesis is that these secret societies can operate as a mechanism for filtering and selecting psychopathic individuals to carry out the conspiratorial goals of a society and its leadership. Donald Trump, Elon Musk, there's many modern, we could say, you want to know why? Because Donald Trump is now putting his right hand on the Bible, but has a yarmulke. Does he believe in the Old Testament, the New Testament? Does he also sacrifice to Moloch? Does he know, what religion is he on? Can he pick or choose? What does he believe? Now he's doing dealings in the Middle East at the UAE yesterday. Yesterday morning he was leaving. They looked at him like a clown. I did not like the general vibe and the looks on their faces of the other politicians in the UAE when he was leaving. They looked like they knew something he didn't know, and they could give a fuck less whether it was being filmed or not. But Let's move on. Many modern governments have an intelligence service which operates as a secret society whose covert operations are hidden from the public and which produces a great torrent of highly classified and unclassified documentation. Examples would include the American CIA, the Israeli Mossad, the KGB of the former Soviet Union, the British MI6, and so forth. One that is not brought up, the Israeli, I guess would be, all right. We'll count it as the Mossad. Similarly, all corporations are organized as secret societies with operatives, decision-making vested in a hierarchical management group, CEO, vice presidents, corporate secretaries, etc., and boards of directors, whose design business strategies and confidential meetings, whose result in zealously guarded as trade secrets. However, since the 1929 fiasco, the SEC and public investors have required some disclosure of financial results. These disclosure requirements have now been effectively voided for the most part, as shown in the Enron affair. And how Trump, and there's other, but I don't know. Class started, we're going to light the joint back up. We'll wait a second for the joint. Now here's where it gets critical. Possibly the most prototypical examples of secret societies are known as the mysteriously religions or cult societies. These are religions which attempt with varying degrees of success to make secrets out of their central doctrines as well as their proceedings and meetings. Examples include Freemasons and derivatives of organizations such as the Illuminati, Skull and Bones, Thule Society, the Rosicrucians, and so forth, the medieval Knights of the Templar, the Roman Catholic Jesuits, and Opus Dei, and the Assassins. Some other sects of Ismaili, Aga Khan, the Muslims, and the Essenes from the Dead Sea area, who coincided of the Dead Sea's helped the dead. Basically, they were the ruling class of Jerusalem and what was in biblical times, the Essenes. They had ultimate knowledge. John the Baptist took his baptizing ways from the Essenes. They believe he was and also he ate, just like the Essenes, locusts with honey, which was knowledge given from the Essenes. John the Baptizer was a pussy though. The Essenes and other Hebrew mystery cults and ancient Roman mythalism. The names of the deities in any particular occult society may vary from time to time, place to place, and underlying motifs and archetypes are generally similar and closely related to the pantheistic, astral, and tribal paganism of ancient Mesopotamia. This is the worship of Mithra, Sin, and Lucifer, along with Ahura Mazda and Yahweh. I just named the sun, the moon, Venus, and our breaths, Yahweh. Breathing. The great architect of the universe. Time, Moloch and Baal, the tribal consorts of the astral gods. Modern apologists for the Freemasons and other occult secret societies argue that these ancient pagan gods are correctly interpreted today as benevolent and altruistic symbols. However, in ancient history, these same gods were portrayed as jealous and angry gods, actually psychopathic gods who would lie and kill without remorse in pursuit of ultimate and eternal power, and who demanded the aroma of human sacrifice. In their choice to preserve and venerate the memory of the psychopathic gods of ancient Mesopotamia, are modern psychopathic elites also revealing something about themselves? Most modern human beings are convinced that these pagan gods passed into the dustbin of history 2 millennia ago, but we suspect that this may not be the case. Repeatedly throughout history, the elites of the great world empire have been attracted to religious secret societies such as these, which maintain a high regard for ancient pagans. We submit that this is no coincidence. Reps up. I hope I get verified soon also. I really do. Chill guy, preach, brother, preach. Hallelujah. I just want to smoke. It's people going to class. The fields of ivy. The ivy fields. I'm in fucking Harry Potter. Hogwarts. Sure. What family would you be in? Gryffindor? Slytherin? Slytherin, boy. I think I would be a Gryffindor. saved money though. I still have some bread. I don't think I'm gonna make a spread. I might get a Chipotle. Or a gyro. Or a cheesesteak. We might stream it later. The problem is I just have to charge up. I don't have a battery pack and we're not getting paid off KCIP. And yesterday I bought a bunch of weed so I could medicate and be how I am. I'm very relaxed right now. I'm in a Zen mode. It sucks that I need THC to feel like that, you know. No more weed, no more weed. I feel the THC, it's in my brain, it's in my brain. It's in my veins, it's in my brains. Students going to class. I would be worse than Voldemort. Go talk to students, you know, maybe at the end of the day, not while they're going to class, maybe when they're leaving from class. It's too early in the morning, they probably have somewhere to be. There's places to be right now for people. This is a very important time. You can't get this sort of And I pick it up when people walk by because it's nice. You can't get this vibe where I feel like I'm in the woods. Like I really feel like I'm in freaking Hogwarts right now. There's just the bricks and the trees. You know? You're an Ivy field. Genghis John, are you an agent of chaos? Why do you dislike when I speak? Why are you constantly in my chat? Choosing not to acknowledge what I say is actual meaning. Why are you doing that? What I'm saying has meaning. I mean what I say and I say what I mean. Oh. Right down in the grass, I think they'll kick me out. Alright, Yudo. I've been live for 4 hours. Someone buy me breakfast. Is anybody rich watching me? Do I have any influencer watchers or rich watchers with nice watches on their wrist? Do I have rich watchers with nice wrist watches willing to spare a donation? They're cursed. You got 70. Where did they all let go? I have $20 left. rug pull too much for donations? Alright, fine. You don't want me to get something to eat, then I won't. I won't get something to eat on stream. All I gotta say is my phone's about to die. Yeah, I gotta do laundry too. Dude, I have a bunch of shit. I'm short on money too. I'm dead broke right now. I'm terrible with money. I need to smoke to be relaxed. It's the sad truth. And I shouldn't even be smoking. I really shouldn't. I came here trying not to smoke, and now I got gas, and I'm sucked right back into that lifestyle. Whoa, Flim. Flim Flam, Bewinkle Toe. Can you give me $10 for food? I'm hungry, dude. I'll do 10 for 10. I'll do 10 push-ups for $10. Send me $10, I'll do 10 push-ups.